Hi guys, Mrs. H here. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to solve these problems. This is for today's activity. Your assignment is actually, is actually down here in this corner behind this work. So this example that I have here is the second tab. So we're going to do the Simpsons index. So you're going to do the Simpsons index for both stream 2 and stream 1. So we've got 6 species, n, lowercase n, that's your total numbers. You'll be given this number. You need to calculate how many total species, your capital N. You'll need that for this C column. So C column is lowercase n, the number, divided by the total number of organisms. So you're going to take, for this cell that I've highlighted, C3, you're going to take 51 and divide it by 319. You'll continue on down. It'll be 63 divided by 319. You'll do that for each one of these cells in column 3. So then you'll come over to column D. So we've already calculated lowercase n divided by n. That's right here in column C. So now what are we going to do with column C? We're going to take the square root of column C. So in this cell, you're going to take the square root of 0.16 and put it into the column D. You'll again do that for all of column D. So now we need to do the sum of all these numbers. So in this column, column D9, you're going to add each one of these cells up to get your sum. So then now D10, this is 1 minus the sum. So you're just going to subtract 1 minus 0.17 to get this number right here in D9. You can do this one of two ways. You can either use the Excel form, and if you look up here, I have put in the equation, okay, for them. You can do that. That's fine. Or you can use your calculator. I don't care which way you do it. It's whichever is easier for you. So this is how we calculate the Simpsons index. This is your first value for stream 1. You'll do the same thing right here. So lowercase n divided by n, so 71 divided by 220, that gets you this cell right here. And then this next cell, cell D, you're going to take cell C and take the square root of it and enter it into cell D. Add all of these values up to get the sum in cell D21, and then you're going to subtract it from 1 for D22, the cell right here. Here is where you'll answer the question, what conclusion can you draw about this, the streams based on the Simpsons index? So then the next thing we're going to do is the Shannon-Weiner index. So our n value, this is given to you. This is your total. You're going to add all of these up. So your pi, how do you solve for pi? Well, pi is similar to your lowercase n divided by n. It's the same thing. I don't know why they call it something else, just to confuse you, I guess. So for this cell right here, you're going to take 51 and divide it by 319. Okay, so that's your proportion right here. You're going to again do that for column C all the way down. So now for column D, now it's the natural log of that proportion. So in this cell, cell D, or in column D, you're going to take the natural log of 0.16. You'll do the same thing down. So our column E is pi times the natural log. So that's this column right here, column C, multiplied by column D to get column E. So this cell times this cell equals this cell. So that's what we have for column E. Again, you're going to multiply, or not multiply, do that all the way down and then get your sum. So that's your Shannon-Weiner index. You'll do the same thing for species 2 all the way through. Then answer your question. So evenness is almost done for you. So evenness, you need to count how many total species there were. There's 6 for each. You already calculated your H value up here. So you just come and pull it down. Now you're going to take your H max. So it's what's the ideal setting? What's the ideal number we can get based in this environment? That's the natural log of the number of species. So you're taking the natural log of 6 and putting it into this column. And then E, you're going to divide this column divided by this box. So you're dividing these two numbers to get your last box. And again, you're going to draw your conclusion right here. I hope this helped you solve these problems. Use this video as you're practicing. If you have any questions, make sure you ask and you reach out to me.